It's a common misconception that adverbs were invented by Google as a way to gain revenue every time we say a verb. Although just because they haven't done it yet doesn't actually mean that they won't. So what are adverbs? Well, adverbs are like protein shakes for verbs. They give them a little bit more beef. Adverbs do the same job for verbs that adjectives do for nouns. They give you more information about the verb. For example, you could say that Ellie drove her car with drove as your verb. Or you could give more information by saying how Ellie drove her car. For example, Ellie drove her car furiously. Furiously is an adverb because it gives you more information about the verb. Here are a few more examples of adverbs. Luke ate loads. Jane smiled. Sweetly? In these examples, you notice that the adverbs are at the end of the sentence. However, adverbs are also just as at home at the start and in the middle of sentences. Recently, Jazz won the lottery. Jazz recently won the lottery. Jazz won the lottery recently. Either way, lucky Jazz. There's no hard and fast rule to follow here. When it comes down to it, you just need to say the sentence out loud and listen to how it sounds. If it sounds okay, it probably is. Adverbs can sometimes be a little bit tricky to spot. This is because some words can be an adverb in one sentence and then a completely different type of speech in another. For example, always wear your hard hat. The word hard is being used to name a type of hat. Abby fell hard. Now hard is being used to describe a verb. It's an adverb. Sometimes if a word ends in ly, it's a bit of a clue that it might be an adverb, as a lot of adverbs are made by adding ly to the end of an adjective. For example, the adjective heavy becomes the adverb heavily. Ian is a heavy sleeper. He sleeps really heavily. The adjective terrible can become the adverb terribly. Claire is a terrible singer. She sings terribly. Seriously, she sounds like a cat fighting a whale. However, just to keep you on your toes, there are plenty of exceptions to this rule. Friendly, lovely and lonely are just 3 examples of words ending in ly that are never used as adverbs. You can therefore only really recognise an adverb by the work that it's doing in a sentence. Have a go at finding the adverbs in this example. Brad always sleeps through his alarm clock. It makes him really late for work. Don't worry though, we're going to get Claire to come and sing to him in the morning. That should wake him up. How have you done? Well done if you spotted them. And so to recap. An adverb is a word that gives you more information about a verb. It can go in the start, in the middle, or at the end of sentences. Sometimes it is best to read the sentence out loud to yourself to find out what sounds best. You can often spot adverbs by seeing if the word ends in ly. However, there are exceptions to this rule, and sometimes you can only really spot the adverb by the work that it's doing in the sentence.